That's been there the whole time.
No, I don't remember that.
That's been there.
Oh, that's different.
We are live now.
Yo.
I'm sorry. I'm so all over the place. I'm drained. I'm so drained by everything that this show is providing.
This season's legit too much.
I need like I don't know if I'm watching VH1. I don't know if I'm watching, like, I'm literally stressed. So I need a second to get my regroup. I had to take a nap and everything. Like, it was a whole thing.
Yo, you know it's bad when you gotta watch. I had to watch 3 Tyler Perry movies just to de-stress. Like, let me watch something with less drama than this.
And like, I don't even know where to start. Shout out to everybody who's watching. Say something in the comments and like this video. I mean, like this live so that people can find us. I'll give people a few seconds to come in. Everybody just regroup. I see you see I got on my Cobalt to be in solidarity with Paige. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, is that what that is? Wow. I didn't get an email about this.
I just decided like 5 minutes ago.
I don't have infinite rips in my jeans, so I guess I'm not Chris.
I'm just so stressed out. Yeah, make sure to like this live. Say hello so I can see who's in here, so I can say what's up.
What up, cousins? Where y'all at?
Right. My cousin did say she was coming on here. Okay, so
are we? I gotta be honest. I am very tense. Real World Atlanta is getting. That's what I'm gonna call this show now. This is a season of Real World Atlanta. It is getting to be too much.
It's going to be really, really stressful. Like, I literally forget that there's other couples on the show. As soon as Paige and Chris come on the screen, I forget that there's more show after that, and then other people show up. Hi, Christy.
Yo.
So can't say last time this episode was sorry. The first 5 minutes was a mess.
First of all, you already knew it was going to be bad. Danielle, finally, the Calvary.
Danielle, here you go.
The Calvary has arrived.
Reese, yes. Welcome back.
Hey.
I'm excited. BM is back. Yeah, I am BM. I am. Because
we're not going to be here for 3 hours talking about talking about Real World Atlanta. I just can't put all the energy into it. Although that man made it to the Wendy Williams show.
Wait, what happened?
Yo, they featured Chris on the Wendy Williams show. They did a whole segment about him.
What?
Yeah, go look it up.
What? See, the thing is, I try not to look up anything until I have seen, until I do this. I try not to look at any other opinions to make sure that my opinions are all of my own. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, it's so much happened. So much happened yesterday with Chris and Paige that you forget that other people are failing.
Yeah.
It's OD.
Dang, Christy, I didn't know it was gonna be that quick. She said can't be on long.
Well, I think she hasn't seen the episode, so she don't want to hear any spoilers.
Oh, true.
So I think she has to finish the episode first. But come back next week, Christy.
Okay, so do you want to do event or do you want to do couple? Maybe y'all have an opinion on what y'all want to do in the comments. Say what do y'all want to go by? They left the honeymoon, moved in, see each other's houses, and then pass the cow consultations, or y'all want to go couple? I think the baby mama. I saw that in the previews coming in.
We're gonna get there. We're gonna get there, guys. We're gonna get there.
Mama.
We're gonna get there, guys. We're gonna get there.
The baby mama. Yes.
Because I have are we gonna do it by couples?
Okay. See, you didn't even get people opportunity. Danielle say something, you hop on it. Okay, let people say what they want to do.
Reset it too.
I see. Okay.
Danielle's opinion is very important.
You don't know her.
I don't. That's my cousin, and her opinion is very important. Everybody's opinion is important.
Okay, so the first couple that showed up was
wait. Are we saving Paige and Chris until last?
We're doing Paige and Chris last. I can't take it.
We're gonna build up to okay, cool.
Yeah. So yeah, we can't start it this way. We can't start this way.
All right. Now y'all know I always have 3 conspiracy theories a week. I have my 3. I had 3 last week. That's gonna be my thing. I have 3 conspiracy theories a week.
I don't got nothing this week. I am literally I'm drained. I had to eat all of my words. Y'all know week after week after week, I was trying to benefit of the doubt all of these situations, and I just can't do it no more. I can't do it no more.
I had to watch a documentary about Bobby Brown just to get my spirit calmed down. So I'm about to raise it back up again. I don't know. I'm gonna find a documentary about the crack epidemic or something to calm my spirits. But let's go. Who's first?
Okay, let me start with the least problematic, the least dramatic of the episode. The least dramatic of the episode. We'll start with Clara and Ryan.
Okay.
So Clara and Ryan, they leave the honeymoon happy. Had a good time. They leave the honeymoon thinking we're gonna go work on our marriage. We're gonna mind our business. You know what I'm saying? Right, Jamal. And so they go home, they move into the apartment, got a nice king size bed in their apartment. Don't know what happened to other people, but they got a nice bed. They moved in fine. Everything was all good, right? I don't have nothing to say about their situation, right? The only thing that was noteworthy, the fact that Ryan goes to bed at 10 o'clock as a grandfather, and Claire goes to bed at 1, and they don't know how they're gonna get through that. Whatever.
Really?
They're fine. What?
Y'all just keep making fun of that man. It's all right.
What's wrong with Ryan?
You know, his brother probably goes to sleep at 10 too. You want to make fun of
His
that?
brother probably goes to sleep at around 11:30. Chuck probably goes to sleep around 11:30. Exactly, Mike. How are we 7 weeks into the show and they're on day 7? How long is this season?
This is going to be...
How long is this season?
Listen, if you're a producer, let me just tell you all this right now. If you're a producer of a TV show and you get a man who insert conspiracy theory here, but at the very least provides you with a Bobby Brown, Ike Turner level of drama, you got to milk it for all it's worth. You don't know how long. You know how the producers were sitting around looking at Deanna and Greg like, are these two gonna be in love the whole time? We have nothing. We have nothing to do.
They tried to fake a drama between Deanna and Greg. Like she might not like him.
And this dramatic man dropped like manna from heaven. And they were like,
the editors of this show was like, finally, I can put in my cinematic editing to the test.
Oh man, this is great. We haven't had this much fun since we got that basketball player and an orphan together. They're gonna milk this. This is gonna be longer than Roots.
Yeah. So they have they go to bed at different times. She can't watch TV to go to bed because he wants to pitch black. Yada yada yada. It's all fine. And so she goes to his house. And, it looks hospital clean when she walks in there, and then you'll start opening the cabinets. One shelf is broken down with food all on it, just stuff thrown in the cabinets. And so Ryan talking about he's all extra clean. Come to find out, he just has the facade. And they're basically at the same level of cleanliness when it all boils down to it. They went to her house. Her house was clean. She was like, it was all the same. Like I said, they're the least dramatic couple of this whole thing.
Guys clean for practicality. You know what I'm saying? ain't got time to be putting all stuff. That's what the stuff. If I know where it is, it's clean.
I guess. Why am I echoing? I think I'm echoing because it's probably picking up in your microphone. Like I'm picking up in your microphone, maybe. Anyway.
So this is my fault, is what you're saying. See how it always comes. See how it comes around though.
So anyway, I don't know. Do you have anything to say about them seeing each other's apartment, seeing each other's houses and stuff? Like we can literally.
All right.
Yeah. So they did the pastor consultation. Pastor Cal comes and says hi or whatever, and we find out that they didn't have sex. We thought that what she said meant they were having sex, and they didn't. So that was interesting. I mean, I'm just saying, like, we all thought that they did, and he just didn't want to say it, but no, they actually hadn't. They just, I guess, been doing other stuff.
She probably had like 3 Peter rallies as soon as they landed from the honeymoon. They, they'll get around to it. They'll be all right.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's good. He's like, he wants to build a connection before he has sex with her, which is perfectly fine. They are married, but also, it makes sense. All that's fine. But I really thought that they had sex, and apparently they didn't. But she really wants to, apparently.
Yeah,
and her face, the whole consultation, she was sitting there like, I don't got nothing to say. It's all him. He don't want me to talk. He don't want to have sex with me. He don't want to do this. He don't want to do that. He don't want to be in love. She don't want to say nothing.
He's just gonna put it all out there in one interview, huh? She was
just looking at him like, well, you want to talk, but you told me I can't talk. So
she sounded deprived. You know what she does that is interesting? Them people who be like, I can't say this, and then they just proceed to say everything that they can't say. Remember what was that last episode where she was like, nah, he told me not to tell y'all this. So
no, it was about the sex thing. She was like, she's like, well, he said he wanted to keep our physical relationship private, but I mean, we've been physical.
Yo, when Pastor Cal came, he was like, hey, I don't need details. He literally said, I don't need no details.
But also, give me some details, please. Right.
But I don't necessarily need generalities. And she was like, we've been doing things and they've been going really well. I was like, you sound thirsty.
Do you think he is insecure in the sex department, or does he just like take it slow? I don't think he's insecure. I think he's serious about wanting to build a connection with her. I believe him.
I think that he's taking it slower for her specifically, because I think her concern is that she'll fall in love with him and that he won't fall in love with her. And he's never said the love. Like, I think he understands where the imbalance is in terms of how fast she falls and all that stuff. So I honestly think, and if that's what he's doing, I think it's the right thing to do, which is, if we take it there, I can't.
Can't take it back.
Yeah, I can't take it back. And it might, what I'm saying, we won't be on a consistent path that we can both get there at the same time. Like, let me catch up so we can cross that line together. Versus if we have sex, and then what I'm saying, I love you. Why can't you say it back? Like, he's like, nah, let's just chill.
Yeah, exactly. Because when they have sex, she's gonna be in love, and then she's
gonna be like, gone,
girl.
She's gonna have all her kids back in church. She's gonna be sleeping outside the church house. She'll be gone. So I think he's doing it to make sure that they're on the same wavelength as they go through the process. That's what I think.
I agree. And the only really thing that stuck out to me in the Pastor Cal interview was Pastor Cal asked them if they've been having any disagreements, if they've disagreed on anything. And they were like, no, we haven't had any disagreements. First of all, you don't like the name Elton.
That's not a disagreement, Tasha. Come on.
I'm just
Come
playing.
on, man.
But the church thing, that's like a, we don't agree on that. We're not really sure yet. Like, they could have said something like this. Made it seem like it's just like scary how much we agree on.
But that's not an issue. That's not
the church thing can be an issue.
Can we talk about this? This is my first concern about this episode. Why is Pastor Cal so surprised at all these answers? Is nobody talking to this man at all?
I literally meant to take pictures of the TV screen when Pastor Cal was doing Paige and Chris's interview, because his faces were just like so confused. I'm like, they literally tell y'all, don't they?
Pastor Cal he literally looked at these people and said, have y'all had any challenges? Have they had any challenges? Have you are the producers not talking to you at all? Why are you going into this cold? Not only,
sir, you should be coming in there with a clipboard full of notes.
You have shown up to Jurassic Park when all the dinosaurs are loose. You're gonna be late and wrong. So the fact that he was like, "Hey, any challenges?" I'm like, how we know the answer and you don't.
True.
But they'll be all right.
Yeah, they'll be all right. Anybody, y'all got anything else to say about this? The same reasons. The same reasons they are having interviews with the cast as if the show's running in real time. Sure, right. Like the that little, what do you call it? That show that they do before the show runs when they have the actual cast people on there.
Nah, man, I see what y'all saying, but it's just a couple times.
But still, his face is be acting like he don't know. Literally shock and awe. Like,
yo, even his socks was changing colors. I was like, what? Like if something bad happened, his socks when Chris walked in, his socks changed red.
I literally wrote in my notes, Pastor Cal socks at some point.
Yo, but he got so much swag though. You know what I'm saying? You just gotta let that go. He's in Atlanta, man. It's gonna be something that's bright on there.
I guess. But yeah, I don't have nothing else to say about Claire and Ryan. They're gonna be fine. Like I said, they're the least dramatic of the bunch. Hello, Lenora.
What up, cousin?
I'm done with them.
They'll be all right.
The second least problematic of this episode, Captain Karen.
Captain Karen, they're a hero. They'll take good quality down to 0.
Captain Karen, aka Virginia. I didn't even show who Claire and Ryan is. Y'all know who Claire and Ryan is, right? I'll show the picture for those who don't know who Captain Karen is.
Captain Karen.
Oh, Lord. Where are they at? I'm so drunk. I'm like, do I even want to watch the show anymore? Okay. This is Captain Karen, Pilot Boy, and Party Girl.
Captain Karen. Virginia.
Also known as Michael Scott and Ashley.
Virginia and her designated driver.
Right. These two, they left the honeymoon also on good terms. Moved in on good terms, and they moved in. They had a twin size bed in their apartment. Don't know why that happened. That was weird.
Probably because they don't need one. She's gonna be sleeping on people's couches.
on her friends' couches. Anyway, so yeah. Then they go see each other's places. He goes to her place. He's lying about being allergic to cats when he literally said he told her he's allergic to cats. She apparently has cats, but he also said, I go to people's houses and I never even realize that they have a cat because they never come out. And she's like, so you're literally not allergic. If you don't know the cat's there, nothing happens to you. You're not allergic to cats. And he's like, no, I'm allergic for sure.
Well, he was drunk. And
he was not drunk then.
He was drunk. And it's really hard to take their conversation at face value because they're inebriated.
Maybe they did have a drink that day. Who knows?
Yo,
they definitely had a drink at the apartment.
She pulled this joint out, and that man said, "We just got here. It's half empty." Yo, the innocence that he said that with, he was like, "Hey, it's half empty," and she was like, "Yep."
She was like,
She said, "Half. I'll take care of that."
Yeah. So he liked her place. He thought it was cute. It was cute and homey or whatever. She had a couple dogs.
A lot of animals.
Whatever. Yeah, she has 3 or 4. She has 3 or 4 pets, which I don't know why she has so many pets by herself, but whatever. They went to his place. He has a fancy bachelor pad. Like, he got the sleek fireplace with it's giving me real like celebrity. I don't really live here. This is for show.
He was giving me Ron Burgundy vibes.
For sure.
Like the fireplace, he was like, "Look at this." Oof. And the fireplace is wet.
He was like, it changes colors.
How much is Delta paying inebriated pilots?
His place was nice. You know, it was kind of cold. She was taking the time. I mean, pictures and stuff. Blah blah blah. I really don't care. I thought I had been saying that they hadn't had sex. Coming to find out, when they had their consultation with Pastor Cal, they did have sex, and they just hadn't said anything yet. So that's a thing.
You know, Republican National Convention wasn't gonna let that out.
Well, they was quick to let it out when he asked them, and they was all looking like high school kids when they said it. Like, you're 34. Like, sir, you were married before. We know you had sex before. Right. They literally called you drunkard. And they're just like, well, whatever.
I don't care what Chris does. He goes in the Hall of Fame for that moment right there. He said, "Oh yeah, well you're a drunkard." He's a winner in my book forever.
So with them, their whole thing was she wants to hang out with her male friends and go out drinking with them and sleep on them from time to time. And he's like, you are married now. You do that stuff when you're single. You're married now. You need to come home. You don't have to sleep on somebody's couch. I'll come get you. What don't you get? Like, I don't understand what her problem is. Like, why are you fighting so hard to live that life? You have someone to come home to now.
I think
usually when people be drunk, they want to come home and do something with their significant other / they spouse. Why are you want to stay at your friend's house so bad?
I think she had one of the worst uses of an analogy that I've ever heard in life.
What did she say?
She said when she was talking to Pastor Cal, she was like, it's like your gay best friends, but they're guys.
And she was
and
like,
he was like, are they gay? She was like, no, but they're like gay best friends, but like straight. And he was like, what? Then he just cut the commercial. He was like, Pastor Cal was like, what?
Eric is literally like, Pastor Cal is really like, this is not marriage. You cannot be out drinking. He's like, what don't you understand? She was like, he wanted me to tell him when I got somewhere. Like, does nobody love you, girl? Like, nobody has ever wanted to make sure that you were okay. Like, you haven't seen it in your life.
I don't even
your
think
parents don't care what you do at all. Like,
I don't even think her math turned out right, because she was like, I have 2 guy best friends and they live a block from each other. It was like, what is that supposed to mean? Who cares? How far is that from your house?
Are you walking back and forth? Are you walking back and forth to their house? It's like, what are you saying? Why are you fighting so hard for to keep? It's not like you be friends with them, but why are you fighting so hard? Why are you fighting so hard to be able to be drunk with them in their houses alone? Like, I
would have never thought to tell my wife if we got married at first sight. I don't understand what your problem is with me staying over my friend's house. That by itself is enough for just the common person to be like, what? Why can't I stay at my friend's house? I need to. I'm drunk. Like, what do you want me to do? I am wasted and I need some place to stay. And if I can't stay at his house is a block away, and I can drunk walk my way to 2 different houses in a block's time because I'm drunk.
Like, I don't understand. It's like, do you not understand how this looks? Like, go back to episode 2 where she said, when I said she was young and it was going to be a problem. Yeah.
Yeah. Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Do you think she has an alcohol problem?
Yeah.
Like a legitimate, like needs help?
Possibly. Like, it's on its way there. It's on its way. And then when he starts leaving her to go to work and she want to do overkill because he gone, it's going to be a problem.
The only thing that scared me is when she said, he was like, hey, the age difference, they were just chopping it up. And she was like, do you drink? And he was like, casually. And she did her monologue. She was like, that could be a red flag. I was like, a red flag?
He literally said at the lingerie party that, it would be worse if their husband didn't drink than if some other regular thing that they did. I was like, what?
I would never think to say that to somebody. Like, hey, if you don't smoke cigarettes, this is not going to work.
Right? Like, what? Yeah, it's really weird. It's really weird.
And Eric was sitting on that couch. I've been there. I have been Virginia and Eric in marriage counseling. When you walk into marriage counseling, like, oh, I can't wait to get in there because somebody else is going to hear my side. And Virginia walked in there and he was like, that's stupid. And she was like, oh, wait, so you saying I'm not supposed to be sleeping on random people's couch?
Like how I'm literally stuck on, he said, let me know when you get there. She said, what? You trying to control me? No, I want to make sure that you're alive, girl. What's wrong with you? And then
he said, yeah, just talk to me about it before you leave. The views of BM's comments did not necessarily reflect the views of Kasaun Wilson, the Life Up podcast, Apple and Spotify, or the Generation of Not just you. Anybody can get it.
Well, first of all, I just want to point out that you didn't say it last week. You didn't say it at all. So I just want to say,
yes, it was an act of God.
Also, hey Siobhan, happy to see that you made it in here. Asia,
all right, cuz.
Hi, Asia.
Cuz, what up, cuz?
Make sure all of y'all like this live. Okay. So then he said, then she was like, and he wanted me to ask permission to go out with my friends. And he's like, no, that's not what it was. Like, I just wanted to, it's like, okay, when you're with somebody, you can't just be like, you can do your own thing, but you also like, it's just a courtesy. Hey, I'm finna do this. Okay? What if somebody has something planned? Like, it's just a thing. I'm assuming you're married. You go through this. Let me know.
Like the permission thing?
Yeah, and the permission. Yes.
All right. So here's the problem though. There's a part of me that thinks that he could be controlling, but you'll never know because she's like, hey, it's 4 a.m. and I want to get white girl wasted. He's like, I don't think that's a good idea. And she's like, see, there you go, controlling me again. And it's like, no, that's not what I'm saying. Yo, the part that threw me off was she was like, oh, so you want me to be like, to drink like a whole keg of beer, to take 10 shots of tequila as a pregame, then go out and I'm supposed to text you when I get there? How controlling? It's like, no. I think you might die of alcohol poisoning, and I just want to make sure you get there.
I just want to make sure that you're alive, boo.
And then she was like, I party Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday every week.
And she said, I'm not changing it.
And I was like, that's Thursday?
That's where the album comes in. Sunday? Don't you have to go to work on Monday? Thursday I get. Friday.
You go hard on Thursday. Like, yo, y'all know what day it is. It's Thursday.
Nah, because Park used to be lit on Thursdays when I was in college.
Oh, see. But here's the thing. But did you get lit 4 days a week straight? I feel like if you get lit,
I just never was. I was never that person. But so I'm not the person to ask.
I've never been like drunk or anything, but I can't imagine going that far and then being like, yo, let's do it again tomorrow. Like, yo, you got to slow down, sis. I don't know if you're going to forget divorce. I don't know if you're going to live through this process. Is your liver okay?
Right. I think we should go to the doctor, get some physicals, make sure our livers are intact.
We need to make sure you're okay. I honestly believe that I wonder where her mindset at is in terms of marriage, because my concern is that it's like two concerns when it comes to marriage with some people, which is like some people think like this is what marriage is supposed to be like. And then there are some people who are like, it's just a partnership. And I think the extreme of either one of those can be a problem. Like Eric is kind of like, this is what marriage is, and da 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 da. And it's like, well, you're married to a person, so just be married to that person and adjust accordingly. Like it's no marriage is the same. It's like a fingerprint, snowflake, all that good stuff. But for her, it's like, why can't I just be on dudes' couches? It's like, wow, I never thought how to explain this to somebody. You have a husband
who can come pick you up. Like, why would you want to fight to sleep on your friends' couches? She's fighting way too hard for these relationships. Like, it's not even she's fighting for the friendship. She's fighting for the dynamic of the relationship that needs to change. It needs to change, which is really weird to me. And Reese, I think that she drinks every day, but Thursday through Sunday is the turn up for sure.
She landed from the honeymoon, and a 2-gallon bottle of whatever alcohol they were drinking was half empty in the morning. And she was pouring it as she said it. He was like, "Is this half full?" She was like, mm-hmm. And killing it. Look, more power to her, man. She got Dr. Pepper's liver with a 24-year-old. More power to it though.
Y'all got anything else to say about them? Say what you guys. Let me grab a bottle of water because I'm over here dying. I'm literally, this episode really took so much out of me. I don't know why. Like, it just took so much out of me.
You know what they need to do? This is what I really think. I think they need to cut one of the couples. You know which couple I'm talking about.
Which couple?
You know which couple I'm talking about. They need to just have the 4 couples. They need to have Captain Karen, Black Lives Matter. They need to have and
What's that their theme song?
But you knew who I was talking about though, right? And Back to the Future. And then maybe just and Lifetime, this is what I think. I think Lifetime, this is my first conspiracy. I think Lifetime just needs to make a documentary. Lifetime, they made Surviving R. Kelly. So they need to just do a 3-part special called Surviving Chris, where they just make a movie with them separately.
Take all the research that Twitter and Facebook, Instagram has done. Bring all the research together and have a 3-part documentary about the truth. Because we have not gotten to the truth yet.
Yeah, let's have a show about marriage and focus on this drama later. But yeah, Captain Karen is gonna be all right. Well, while we're here, we made our official predictions. How do y'all still feel about Virginia and Eric? Y'all feel good about them? Looking at the comments, she absolutely drinks every day. A drunkard. It's actually heartbreaking. That's a fact.
Yeah, it's a lot going on this season, and we can't even focus on everybody else because so much foolishness is happening.
It's the first time the experts have come out and been like, "Hey, it's not us." Like 3 episodes in, I was like, "Golly, y'all feel guilty?"
Very much so.
They coming out on their personal Instagram account saying, "Hey."
Like, don't attack and cancel me.
Hey, we got tricked too. It's like, what? Why are you telling us that? I don't think you're supposed to say that to us.
Yeah, it's crazy because I was watching. First of all, Ashley has a father. Who are you talking about? Because Ashley has a father, and he told her not to do this. So, I mean, in Virginia, she got a father. He told her not to do this. So, I don't know. But what's crazy is I was watching an interview with what's that boy name? With Miles and Karen on another podcast, and they were talking about how they're not allowed to say anything during the season. They're supposed to keep quiet the whole time. And he was talking about how frustrating it was that he wasn't able to defend himself. And here this season, we see Chris all out everywhere. You said he was all on Facebook doing stuff. He was on Instagram doing stuff. He's on Wendy Williams. Apparently, he about to be. You know what I'm saying? Like, what is happening?
No. He didn't appear on there, but they talked about him. I want to clear that up.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's like, but he's been out there like he's been out there defending himself and stuff, which I didn't think none of that was allowed.
which might say a lot about how the season ends up.
True, you're right.
It might pull a Brandon and kick rock, but yeah, I mean,
hey Mike, sorry I didn't say hi, and so love 21. Make
Michael.
sure y'all like this live, Michael.
I feel like you learn a lot about a person by the company they keep. It would scare me if I was Eric that if her friends were also like, why is your husband so uptight about you sleeping on our couch? Like, it's one thing if you don't understand, but if you have a whole group of friends who don't get it, like, that would concern me a lot.
And it's not even that. Like, I have friends, for example, Mike, right? I have been, when Mike used to live with Reggie and the other Mike, I would be over there all till no.
Oh, I wasn't sure if you would make a direct parallel. I wasn't sure how
it's not a direct parallel, no. But I'd be over their place till like 3-4 in the morning and got to work the next day, right? Mm-hmm. But like if I got in a relationship, I'm not finna do that. Like, and even though I know ain't nothing going on, my friends know there's nothing going on. We literally not doing anything but talking, literally. I'm not gonna fight to be staying at their house into the wee hours of the morning. Like, no, I'm just gonna be with my guy, and then, I'm not fighting for that. It's just weird to me that she's fighting so hard for this dynamic. It's weird.
I just want to pass the cow to ask her, like, hey, what would you do differently if you had kids? Like, would kids make it different? Because if she's like, hey, mommy, when you coming home? And she's like, oh, I'm on Uncle Derek's couch. Mom will be there in the morning. It's like, what?
That's hilarious.
Yeah. And she said something else that kind of threw me off earlier in the episode too, when she was talking about her need for space. And he was like, oh, that's great. I'm going 15 days in the month. And she was like, hope that's enough. I was like, hope that's enough. Dang.
She was like, hopefully it works out when I don't want to be around you. You got to go. What? Dang.
All right. There's a comment by Asia. I think we should address.
Asia, why are y'all doing this?
So I thought his name was Virgil, but Asia, if you know something,
you've been calling him Ernest. This imaginary man, you've been calling him Ernest.
Oh, he's not imaginary. He has on Pele jeans and some Stacey Adams shoes right now, and he called you twice last week, and that's why your Wi-Fi went haywire. And he's been trying to log on to
everyone
YouTube,
who's new here,
doesn't know how.
Everyone who's new here, I do not have a man named Ernest.
That's a fact. Hey, everybody put in the comments, Ernest and Tasha.
No.
Please. Ernest and
Danielle,
Tasha.
don't you dare. Danielle, don't you dare.
She don't run your life. Ernest and Tasha.
You don't run their life.
I don't. But it's their choice. Telltale Ernest. Telltale Ernest.
Virginia definitely thought she was going to have a younger man to party with. She thought that she was going to have a frat boy to go to frat parties with and hang out and drink and come home and pass out together. That's what she thought. And that's
she got Fix It Felix.
Right. Yeah. Okay. I think I'm over.
Hey, quick question, because the chat wants to know: do you have to apply his icy hot before we start this live? Or do you...
The chat wants to know.
No, we all want to know. I'm saying because I'm saying, but do you have to?
I need y'all to know I am not with an older man.
No, Mike, it's Ernest, not Herbert. Come on, man. That might be an ex I don't know about. She was over y'all house, so maybe you might know about somebody I don't. I know currently in my
quinceañera. That's funny. In my quinceañera.
What is that?
It's a sweet 15. You know, Spanish people be having that.
You Spanish?
Yeah, my mom's from Panama.
I didn't know that.
Latina.
Oh, that's why you like Vincent so much. All right. Well,
I said it's my cousin.
Okay, I didn't know. Everybody else on the chat's my cousin. I didn't know you were serious.
You know me and Easy B. Shout out Panama. Anyway.
Oh, I get it, man. Ernest has a lot to learn about the culture.
Okay, so I'm done talking about them because whatever. I don't know. You think they're gonna be all right? I don't think they're gonna be all right.
They're gonna say yes on decision day and crash and burn in a year.
What is what? Okay. Don't be excited about this question, Case.
The floor is yours.
What is my type? You mean like physically, or you mean like personality wise? Be more specific. Matter of fact, don't be specific. Case, I'll come back. Where are you at?
No, it's your moment.
I like men who are kind. I like men who are thoughtful. Who has some type of financial stability. A man that loves Jesus. Y'all are funny. A man that is funny, sarcastic also, who loves family, really into family and
grandkids. Huh? What happened? Go ahead.
Preferably has no children.
Sure.
Yeah, and someone that I can have a good time with. That's my type. Right.
I mean, that's general, but any specifics that we can hear?
Specifics like what? Tall. I'm tall, preferably taller than me. Did you just add yourself again?
Yeah, you see my screen? I put some. This is because she using a whole lot of words. This is her type right here. Right, that's her type.
That is not my type.
That's her type.
I'm dead.
Now, obviously, that's not what Ernest looks like, but just to give you guys a frame of reference.
If I was to apply for the show, I would say those things. I would also say ambitious, someone who is a leader. I don't know. I'm assuming. No, not necessarily, but
Ooh, Asia said that loves Taco Bell. That's somebody who's been here for a while.
Asia's a real one. You've been here for a while. That's
all right. So here's the thing. Those are the qualities that everybody wants in a spouse. What a thing. Yeah, who doesn't want somebody ambitious with money and kind, loves their family? Like, I want somebody who hates their parents, that is lazy.
Some people
depends
don't
on
care.
Government assistance.
So there's some of those things people don't care about, is what I'm saying.
But what are some particulars that are specific to you and your personality?
Sarcasm.
Okay.
I really enjoy that sarcastic humor. I don't know. I need to see a list and I can say yes. I don't know. I don't know off the top of my head. Sorry.
All right, answer this question for me, because we hear.
Okay.
Name a profession. Right, she ain't say nothing about saved. She don't care nothing about
I did say loves Jesus. What are you talking about? She's saying more. She's saying more than loves Jesus.
Okay. I was wrong. I'll be wrong again. Is there a name? Let's see. Name a profession that you know you could not date.
A drug dealer.
I mean, maybe a legal one. Like, do I have to say that? Okay, a legal profession that you don't feel that you know you could not date. And the chat wants to know what your deal breakers are. Like, we here now.
Why are we here? This is gonna make the episode long.
This is your channel, though. This is what the people want to know. They want to know what qualities Ernest does not have that made him such a candidate. But name a legal profession that you know you couldn't date, and then Mike. Oh yeah, and put in the chat what are a profession that you know you couldn't date? I'm curious to know.
Who is one? Hanamai. Hello, how are you doing? Welcome to the live. Glad to have you here. A legal profession. maybe fast food worker. Like, I'm not like, yeah, I'll say that. Fast food worker.
I mean, you just pick somebody who, okay.
Deal breaker. Anybody
born after 1980. If Reagan was in office by the time you were born, I don't want you.
I'm pretty. I think you guys. I'm pretty open when it comes to, like, I try not to judge people too much. Like, I'm pretty open as long as you are financially stable and like there's upward trajectory, or like you can provide for a family. Like, I'm not super specific about what exactly got to be.
A comedian? What's wrong with comedians?
Yikes.
You're just gonna name my whole profession and just leave it there.
Asia was your friend.
My cousin. We good though.
Actually, Asia, yeah, police officer is probably one of those I probably wouldn't want to be with either. Actually, but anywho, deal breakers, any type of drugs or addiction, even cigarettes. Like, I don't like substances and things. Well,
Asia with equal opportunity. At some point, she's going to send you the link, and you have to come on here and tell that story. We need to know what was wrong with the comedian. See, Tasha, I'm fair. I like to know everybody.
Yes, Danielle, felonies. That's definitely a no-go. I'm pretty open to something. Like, I feel like I'm pretty open and fair.
I cannot believe the answers that you guys are saying right now, and they don't agree with them. Why y'all agreeing that felonies is a deal breaker? Who doesn't have felonies as a deal breaker?
You don't know what the playing field is like out here, okay? You don't know what it's like.
Yo, you know what?
This is what we have to. This is the bar is down here.
A guy would never even think to have to say a felony is a deal breaker. That's
the bar for us women is in hell. The bar is in hell. So It's like, say I'm open to most things. It's, I try not to judge people anyway. But anywho,
sure.
Except for have an entire review show judging people's relationships. People
That's
get
right.
it as young and change.
People can change, is what he's saying.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. I'm being serious.
Yo, that yeah, sure was brilliant. Yeah, okay.
If I had to pick a past participant, who would I choose? Keith. I choose Keith.
But
I choose Keith.
Really? Mm-hmm. Because?
I think he was raised really well. I think he has a great foundational structure. I think he is kind and respectful and chill, and I would pick Keith. I feel like we would have a lot in common. I feel like it would be a drama-free relationship. If y'all haven't seen, I don't know if you guys watch. I ain't sliding in his DMs. Let me tell you something. I don't be looking these people up. Okay, I don't even follow him, but I did see. I do not be looking these people up. What's wrong with you?
You just said, but go ahead.
I just saw a podcast. I don't know if you guys know who Kev on Stage is. He's a comedian. Him and his wife have a number of podcasts together, and they also review Married at First Sight with another couple. But sometimes they interview actual past participants, and they've done Greg and Deanna. They interviewed Iris, and then just recently, I think last week or so, they interviewed Keith. And got to, hear more about him and stuff like that, I would pick him. That's it. He did. So if you go back go watch Iris's interview with them. Mike, you saw Iris' episode interview with them because I remember sending it to you. And his interview, and he said that he told her that he wasn't going to say yes on decision day, but on decision day, she looked like she was completely lost. But he told her that because he wanted to make sure that he didn't like hurt her in that way. Anywho,
I think we would have had a really hard time with that season.
Yeah, I would have been devastated. Because I didn't watch that. I found out about Married at First Sight because people were talking about that season, and then I went back and watched it. If I didn't know what was going to happen, I would have been like, what? And I still was like that even after I watched it. But now that I have more context after the fact, yeah. True. That, we really only know as much as people tell us. So.
I don't know. You already.
Yeah, I liked Karen and Malva's interview too.
How are you gonna say we don't know that much about him and then already detail how you and Keith's marriage would work out?
I gave minimal.
You just said no. We got a lot of time. I think we will be good together.
I said we would have probably a drama-free relationship.
Our kids will be born in September, my favorite month. Like you already got it all worked. Whatever. Okay.
But if you really want to pick a past participant, it would really be Chad. So anyway, we are going to go to the next couple. And the next couple. Next couple is who was less drama free? Was
H? I'm trying. She don't want to go back and talk about none of the old seasons.
No, after this season is draining enough. We got to do one at a time. We are going to go back and talk about them. We're gonna talk about the worst husbands, the worst wives. We're gonna go back and talk about it. The best seasons, worst seasons. We got a lot of content. There's a list.
We got a lot of content planned.
So who had less drama between Brianna and Vicente and Haley and Jacob? Who you think had
Brianna
less?
And Vincent for sure.
Had less? Okay.
Had less, yeah, for sure. They have hope.
Okay, so we're gonna talk about Brianna and Vicente. For y'all that don't watch this cute looking couple right here. So Brianna and Vicente, they left the honeymoon also happy. You're right, that's drama. They left the honeymoon happy. Moved into their apartment. Did a little tour. Vincent wanted to have his own bathroom, and Brianna basically said no. Which we had already discussed that separate bathrooms is probably a really positive thing. Champagne Vinny.
Better throw that if you know good. If you know like I know, you better throw that nickname away right now.
Very quickly. So then he went to her place. Her TV was a drunkard. And he pointed out.
Call her TV of Virginia now.
And, apparently she has a lot of clothes and shoes. We already know that he likes to give away his clothes and shoes. So he wasn't really into that. So, we know that he loves to give things away to the homeless. So, first of all, I cannot with y'all. Y'all are not gonna have me in this fake relationship.
That's why she fell in love with him. He gave 3 of his sketches away. She was in love.
Yeah, she had a mall in her closet. That he was like, whoa. Anyway, they went to his place. She was surprised that it was so clean, and everything was fine. Everything's fine. Moving on. So when they come back, when they move in to the apartment, they go to pop some champagne because, you know what I'm saying? Cheers. We moved in together, you know, cheers it up. Champagne Vinny. And Vicente,
I'm not calling him that. I'm calling him Vincent.
Yeah.
No problem.
I shouldn't even call him Vicente anymore because at this point, I don't want to disrespect him. Okay. I don't want to disrespect him. But you know, he opens a bottle of champagne, ends up, you know, y'all know how y'all do. Y'all like to shake it up, it spills all over the place.
Never opened a bottle of champagne.
So it spills out and gets on the floor. He actually spilled some on his shirt or whatever. They start to clean it up. And, you know, he's like, dang, I got some, you know, I spilled some on my shirt and stuff. And she's like, that's, you know, of course you would do this. You would have spilled the champagne. And, you know, that's such a Vincent thing to do, you know, spill champagne on yourself. So then the mood changes from we done moved in together to he in a mood. He got a tude. And she's like, you know, hey, you know, are you good? Like, you know, what's up? And he's like, yeah, I'm good. I'm just tired. You know how y'all men do. I'm just tired.
Just for the record, when he says it, Ernest really is tired. He's not joking. It's 6:30. He just had his medicine. He ate. He is exhausted. For the record.
I didn't even register that you had said Ernest at first. So anyway, so they go in the bathroom, close the door, and she's like, okay, you know, are you really okay? She's, you know, they're away from the camera, so she's trying to have a real conversation, but, you know, they mic'd up. He's like, you know, are you really okay? Like, you know, what's wrong? And he's like, you got all these smart comments to say, you know, and she's like, what? And so he leaves. They come back in front of the camera. She tries to have the conversation. She's like, you know, what's going on? And he's like, basically, you keep saying all these slick comments like that. You keep saying all these smart comments. I don't like that. I'm a man. I don't like that. And she's like, I don't even know what you're talking about. Like, what did I say? Like, I have no idea what happened. I don't know what you're talking about. And he was like, you keep making all these smart comments like, that's such a Vinny thing to do. Like, what is Vinny, an idiot? Like, is you know, does he do stupid stuff or whatever? And she's like, that is not even, like, I was just joking. Like, you know, that's not even what I meant and all that stuff. And he's like, well, I don't like it, period. And so they're, you know, they're trying to talk about whatever. Do you think, he basically said, he feels like, first of all, let me point this out first. This happened before Pastor Cal's consultation, but they put it as if it happened after. So we know that they're back together and fine, because at the consultation, they were, you know, he's talking about, we're going to talk about what he said to her, but they were fine. So this is, they edited it to make it seem like this was a post-fight, but it wasn't. It was a pre-fight. Oh, okay.
All right, that makes sense.
Because everybody moved in the same day. And then everybody had the consultations the same day. Pastor Cal just went up to the next floor. Like, he didn't, like, it's not different. Gotcha. So he gets upset to the point where, like, well, she says, you know what? I don't think I want to talk about this anymore. And he says, well, maybe I should go home. Which I thought was a major escalation. And I was like, oh, whoa, don't y'all have a guest room? Like, you could just go across the hall for a second and just relax. You want to move out on me because of a misunderstanding? Like, hold on, sir. So, do you feel like Brianna has been disrespectful to him?
Okay. Man, I'm so glad you asked that question, because after the episode, the missus and I talked about this for an hour, a solid hour after the episode. We weren't even talking about Chris and Paige.
Wow.
We talked about this because what happened with them is a direct parallel on what happened with us. So please just give me a second to walk through this.
Yes, please.
I don't think. Okay, I see what you did. I don't. That was smooth. I don't think that either one of them had bad intentions, which I have learned over time is the most important aspect of an argument. Like when you argue, you should establish we both have good intentions here. We're just trying to work ourselves to another side of it. I am not making an opinion or an assumption on who you are or your character. They don't have that yet. They've been together for a week. So they don't have a foundation of saying this person actually cares about me. This person doesn't want to hurt me. This person doesn't have a really bad opinion of me. This person's not trying to hurt me. They're just trying to get their point across. With that being said, I think it's really important when you're having an argument to try to reach some understanding of what is happening, what's going on, what were your intentions when you said that. And I say that to say this. I think what is happening is Vincent has something in his story, which he tried to say. I feel like he tried to say that there was something that triggers him. And if you don't have something that you have, I don't want to make it sound too deep, but if it's something that's not healed or covered in your past and it still triggers you, it's really hard to control your triggers.
Yeah.
I genuinely believe that Brianna was joking and she was being who she is and being comfortable in her house. I think they have built a comfort level to where her natural sense of humor can come out. Her natural sense of humor came out and pressed one of his buttons. And I think he probably has a thing, which I also have, and I'm growing from. No, seriously. I'm actually
I wasn't laughing at you. Sorry. I was looking at one of the comments and
true.
Siobhan is hilarious.
I think he has a thing, which I am growing out of, which is it's difficult to express your emotions incrementally. So instead of exploding, you just implode to the point of exploding. So it's not like, hey, what did you mean when you said that? Like he could have literally, when she said it, been like, yo, what did you mean when you said that? Are you trying to say that I'm slow? And she would have been like, no, I would never say that. Or however Brianna would say it. But
she would say it like that.
It plays in the mind and then it turns into something else. And then you assume the person's intent and then it blows up. And I think that's where it went. I honestly think that whole thing was just a need for them to learn how to communicate where he can express himself a little more in the micro and be like, yo, this is what I mean. This is what and for him, it's not necessarily, what we had to start doing? And this is the God honest truth. I wouldn't even joke about this. My wife had to print out a Junto wheel. Do you know what that is? A Junto wheel, I don't know if I'm saying it right. Whatever. A Junto wheel is, Google it if you haven't never seen it before. It's literally just like a color palette, like how you would choose colors for a wall or couch, whatever. It's a color palette of emotions. So literally, instead of just, because I would just use the word disrespect all the time, but instead of being disrespect, you can literally say I'm offended or I'm hurt or I'm disappointed. Like literally, these are words that as a guy, I'm just not used to saying. Well, I'm not saying guys. I'll just say I'm not used to saying. It's me
too. I literally, somebody called me out and told me I need to use better words. Like I say things and they're like, that's not the word for the situation. Like you need to use better words.
I'm from the hood. All we know is pissed. Even if I'm offended, you hurt my feelings. I'm like, I'm pissed. I'm not really angry, but it's like, oh, if I wish I could pull it up so y'all can see it. It's really dope. Junto, Junto will, and I've had to learn how to like say like, even if I'm feeling good, like my wife would be like, hey, how you feeling? I'm like, I'm good or I'm solid, but I could literally be like, I'm happy or elated or I'm satisfied, I'm content. Like these are words that I just genuinely don't use. So I'll say all that to say, I think they both are, there's just wires crossed.
Yeah.
And I honestly, Jamal about to get chose off this show because
Jamal is married.
Well, I guess getting chosen is
Okay.
not a good idea.
Jamal's right. I don't even know his wife like that, but she don't do her.
I didn't know. I didn't know that. And that makes me agitated. No, I'm kidding. No. Because when he, you know, if a guy feels like he's disrespected, he's going to leave.
Yeah.
No, it didn't surprise me that he felt the need to separate himself. He didn't feel safe. And it might feel like, yo, I'm about to
leave the whole apartment. Y'all got a guest room.
Yo, what is a guest? Here's what when people say that. What is a guest room? What does that mean?
Jacob and Haley went and slept in separate rooms and went about their business.
No.
No, what? You go over there and cool up. I'm gonna be over here, and then tomorrow morning after we done slept on it, we're gonna wake up and say, okay, let's talk about it.
But it's not about cooling off. It's about being in a space where you feel safe and you know that people's intentions are good. Like, yo, okay. I think isn't he an orphan? Or something like that? I don't know. I made that up.
I don't remember that part.
I think he gave 3 pairs of Skechers to the orphan. So maybe that's how you thought he was Saint Vincent. Anyway, I'm saying now this is what I do think. I think that Brianna, let me say this. I don't think it was the joke. I think it was a building suspicion or feeling on his part that she is trying to like run his life and tell him what to do. And they are on they're different speeds a little bit. Like he's chill. Her speed is a little different. So when she says like, do this, do that, or it's like, I think it was just building over time. And I honestly just think that one joke, even as small as it can be,
it wasn't just one joke though. That's the thing. Like, I feel like over time, all of her little playful banter is like, he gets the brunt of it, even though, and it's like, it's constant. So like, it's like joking all the time, but like, I feel like he feels like, why am I always the getting the short end of the joke? Like, why is the joke always on me? Who said that? Because I agree with a lot of y'all in these comments. Who said it?
She has a lot of passive aggressive comments.
Right. Which that's what I'm saying. And to her, that's like, I'm just playing with you, which people do. But I feel like it got to the point where it's like, okay, girl, enough. Okay, right. I've had enough now.
And somebody said, does my wife let me leave the house when I'm mad? First of all, I don't need permission. I'm not a drunkard.
She's not a drunkard.
I'm joking. So we have a rule, like one of her triggers is like, I think when like an ex of hers used to like leave all the time. So I don't leave because I know that that's a trigger for her. Mm-hmm. But I have grown to the point where I can say like, I need my space right now. I love you, but I don't necessarily like you as much. So like, I need my space, but it took me a long time to get there. Cause I would do what Vincent did and just sit there and be like, I'm cool. I'm good. I don't need nothing. And then over time, it's like, just cause you say you're fine doesn't mean you are. And the other person can still feel that something ain't right. And I think that's what they did. Now, let me say this. I do commend Brianna on saying that's not what I meant. Like, even when he did come to her and say like, yo, I didn't like that. She could have been like, well, that's how I am, grow up, But, and that's good for you, but it won't necessarily serve the health of your marriage moving forward. Sure. Because if somebody has an issue with expressing themselves, it's really important to know that the time that they do express themselves, that is a crossroad in your relationship. And they will learn to either hide it even further or express something even more next time. And the fact that she was like, yo, listen, that's not what I intended, but I had an impact on you, which is how you should handle conflict. Even if somebody is completely out of bounds, completely doesn't get it, overly sensitive, it's still important for them to know, like, I had an impact, so I'm sorry about the impact.
Yeah.
Now, if you're overly sensitive, we can talk about it. Right. Like, I think you took that too far, and you can grow in that. Mm-hmm. But I did have an impact, and I can still acknowledge your feelings, even if I think they're irrational. And that's why I still think they'll be okay, because she was still willing to.
Yeah. I definitely think they're going to be okay.
Yeah. They
definitely made up. Like I said, the Pastor Cow conversation was after that, even though they edited it to make it look like it was before. I'm sorry, I'm just going through y'all's comments. Jamal said there's something deeply affecting Vincent. His requirement for respect reminds me of those felons we were just talking about. That's not to excuse her, but he needs to explore that. Yeah, I definitely, something definitely has happened to him where people, it's like he has gotten made fun of to the point where, you know what I'm saying? He's, oh man, you know?
I mean, but you listen.
You're not gonna play me. I work hard. You know what I'm saying? He has worked himself up. I think he's worked himself up out of a place that he was before. He was like, don't be trying to put me to where I was at.
But you also have to understand, one of the reasons why his last notable relationship, he left her, and the criteria for the relationship he wanted to be in is that was somebody who believed in him, which is all under the umbrella of respect, appreciation, value. Like that, if that is such a sensitive topic for somebody, it wouldn't be out of the realm of possibility to believe that respect, or at least what seems like respect, is really important to that person. So
yeah,
when somebody says like, go ahead.
Like, I feel like she's making these jokes because she's still kind of like a little nervous and awkward, and she's like, I get it. She's still nervous and awkward. I definitely agree with you there.
She said, that's so Vinny of you. He was like, what is that supposed to mean? And I was like, whoa. But I get it. You know, you can't control what people's triggers are. You just got to learn them and then hope they grow. Everybody's a work in progress. So
Vincent ran all the way home. Yes, it's a great visual of the complexity of emotions. Oh, y'all talking about the gentle will? Okay. Sorry, I'm behind. I was into what Kasaun was saying.
I appreciate that.
Oh, no, I heard that too, but he was vague about his parents. Oh, so you heard that he was orphaned too? Okay.
I don't know. I maybe I could be tripping. We do fact checking here, so I'm
100% on her side.
Asia doesn't care.
He needs to tell.
Asia's about that life. So Asia, if a guy tells you like, man, you really hurt my feelings, you'd be like, man, you a sucker, man. You need to get your life together, fam.
Small pecking, yeah, it can be annoying if they, yeah, exactly, Reese.
But she also can't be in a place where she's not comfortable with him and feels like she's walking on eggshells, and that's something for him to work on. Because if she's like, hey, like she can't be around him with gloves on, she has to feel comfortable too. And you got to learn what your banter is, but you can't be like, some people. I have a friend. You can't call him silly. He'll turn to the Hulk and flip this whole. He'll tear your house down. If you silly is just a trigger word for him. You can tell him he's stupid, dumb, but if you like, oh, you silly, he like, I'm not silly. I don't know what his grandmother told him when he was 3. I don't know, but I know not to call him silly.
Yeah. Yeah, Siobhan, some stuff is like I did notice a couple of things. It's like, girl, some stuff just don't matter. Girl, you a little too picky on a few things. Just calm down.
Ernest, what were Ernest called Vincent? That's a fact.
Y'all, you know what? I'm gonna find me an Ernest and I'm gonna bring him on here, and y'all gonna be shocked.
There's a part of me that I wonder if Brianna has an idea of what a wife is supposed to do.
I think she's trying.
No, I'm saying I wonder if I think she's trying to like live up to this like idea that a wife is supposed to like, you know what I'm saying? Like, get your beard, do this, everything's iron. Like, oh, that's a fact. That's a fact. That is a fact. After Ernest watched Love and the Restless, he's gone.
The disrespect. Y'all need to put some respect on my name before I leave.
We did. We bigging up Ernest. I thought by proxy to you that's what we were doing.
Anywho.
Oh, maybe that could be a nickname for y'all relationship. Young and the Restless? No? Okay.
That's all right, y'all. That's all right, y'all. Y'all think I can't find me a young whippersnapper? Is that what it is? Y'all think I can't?
See, look, you use Ernest terminology already. Nobody young even says young whippersnapper. Hey, look at me.
I can't find me. Okay.
Did he call you a fox when he met? Oh, look at this old young fox.
Hey, Easy. True to what Kasaun was saying. Maybe.
Chill out, sis. My beard is all right. You just had, I'm good.
Thank you so much. You know what I'm saying? I could find somebody around my age.
We didn't say that you couldn't.
Y'all acting like I can't.
You draw. You might be a magnet for guys who drive an Oldsmobile Cutlass Supreme. That's all we said. we know you're somebody who you want to date was on the Motown Review, and that's all we're saying. Date who you want.
So another woman do accept page. Okay, so then they do the Pastor Cal consultation. I was supposed to say wow. The Pastor Cal consultation.
Got Ernest on your mind. That's what happens, man. Young whippersnapper.
Wait, what?
Now that, that's a trigger, Mike. See, I'm learning. I know Tasha, it's all coming together. All the story, I promise you, the longer we're here, the more these start. Tasha was sitting at Taco Bell like, I could be getting a senior citizen discount at Golden Corral. What am I doing with this man at Taco Bell? I could be getting 35% off of all of the food that I require. Ernest, you probably called Ernest, and that man came. That man showed that senior citizen AARP badge. 35. I'll see you at the chocolate lava station, yo young whippersnapper, yo fox. It's Asia's fault.
When I get married, it ain't gonna be Ernest. Just know that, okay? Okay, so
sorry, Ernest. When he watch this back tomorrow, when he reading his paper, he still gets a paper. He don't know that you can just read it on your phone.
So they're talking to Pastor Cal.
I'm going to the post office to mail a letter. You got any? Get some stamps out my drawer.
OMG.
Sorry. All right, go ahead.
Sorry, my light was dying and now it's charged up. Now I want to be bright. Okay, so they talk to Pastor Cal, and he looks deep in her eyes, and he's like, "I told her we're gonna be well off, and I'm gonna make sure you get everything you want." And I was like, "Okay, Vicente, come on in. Make sure she get everything she wants." I love that. I love that for her. And their whole consultation. Sorry, y'all, I'm being annoying. Their whole consultation went generally well. And
himself.
I didn't really have any notes about it. I mean, yeah, it went well. Like I said, this consultation was after this fight, so we'll see them make up, I'm sure, next week. And yeah, okay. I'm done talking about them. Let us move on.
I just...
What?
Part of me just wants to avoid talking about these last two couples, but I know we have to.
Oh no, we talking about 80s, boy. We're gonna talk about it. So Jacob and Haley, where's your trash can at? Because Jacob and Haley, for those who don't actually watch, is the older guy.
There's a picture of him right here.
He's 38 and she's 28. He lives in 1984, lives there, not was born then, lives in 1984. And she lives in 2021, like the rest of us. So they leave the honeymoon on bad terms. Bad terms. The night before, Haley told him that she's gonna go have a girls' night down at the bar, down to the bar. And he went down there and he saw everybody hanging out except for him. And he was like, he was real triggered, upset, felt extremely disrespected that she needed space, I guess, and she lied to him about it. He says that she lied. She still hasn't admitted that that was a lie. So we're literally just saying, we're taking it from what he said that it was a lie, but maybe it wasn't, because she literally said the same thing the next day, that it wasn't a lie. Go ahead.
I don't know. So here's the thing. He said, and now I'm just putting the pieces together. He said, you text me and told me.
Okay. Before you say, well, actually, let me move up to the fight. So they are not on good terms. I had a fight about that. The next morning, they pack in silence. They go to the airport, and she at the airport doing her little cell phone update by herself. She said, "I'm here, alone. We needed some space. I changed my seat on the airplane because I didn't want to sit by him, because he was accusing me of all type of foolishness, and I'm not. You're not gonna play me." And then we see them moving into the apartment. When they move into the apartment, it all comes out.
You're a liar.
Go ahead.
So, all right, I'm just trying to put the pieces together. Correct me if I'm wrong, because I usually try to do your deductive reasoning here. So he says she leaves and texts him that she's going to hang out with some of the girls from the cast, right?
Yeah. No, I thought she told him that and then left.
Right, okay. Fine. Well, however it happens, she communicates that some of the girls are hanging out, and then she leaves. Somehow he finds the gumption to just leave the room and look for her or something. I don't know. I don't understand how this works.
I think he probably was like bored of the room. Let me go walk around the resort. People do that.
I think the producers were like, "Hey, hey Jake, it seems like everybody's downstairs except for you. Are you missing something?" And he was like,
"We're filming downstairs. Why are you not here?"
"I was designing another beach. I'll be downstairs in 3 minutes."
Oh, that's what it was. Okay.
All right, that's fine. Whatever. But he says, this is what he said. Maybe even if she didn't lie, this is what he said that triggered me. She goes, "I didn't know everybody was going to be down there," which is like, you didn't know 9 other people, all the other couples were going to be down there except for yours. But then he said, if that was true, why didn't you just text me and tell me to come down? Like, you get downstairs. Let's say you're supposed to hang out with 2 people, 2 of your girlfriends. That's fine. You get down there like, oh, everybody's hanging out. Even Chris and Paige is going down. The baby's downstairs. The baby mother's downstairs. His pastor's downstairs. Chris got everybody down there. Everybody's there. Vince's grandmother, he had a heart attack. She done rolled up in there. Chris's dad and mom is in there. Blake and Paige. All the experts are down there. Deanna and Greg is down there.
Deanna's baby is down there.
Oh, everybody's down there. You got the cast from Marrying Millions. That's not even the same show. Desiree is down there. Everybody's there. And you don't think to yourself when you get down there and see everybody there, oh man, everybody's here. Let me just text him so he can hang out. Nope. He comes downstairs like, oh, okay, so everybody from the cast is here except for me. It's hard to believe that it's not a lie.
Okay, so, but also, to Haley's defense, it could have started off as the intention of being a girls' night, and then their husbands pulled up like, nah, I'm trying to see what y'all doing. I don't know if she's a liar. She hasn't shown herself to be a liar this entire show. If anything, well, no, she hasn't lied because she ain't said she hasn't said out loud that she's not attracted to him. She hasn't said out loud all the stuff that she's really thinking. So she hasn't lied yet. So I can't just throw that on her. You know what I mean?
I can. She was lying. All right. So let's say this. Even if she wasn't lying, she was being deceptive.
Okay.
Because you stand up for anybody. You stand up for everybody.
Yes, she's strategic and calculated. Yes, this exactly, Reese. I don't know if it's a lie.
That's what I just said.
It's not a lie.
You know what? All right.
I just didn't update you on. I didn't update you on the changes.
You don't have to be a technical liar to be deceptive.
Yeah.
She got in the interview. She said, "Hey, listen, I changed seats because I just really felt like we needed the space. You ain't want to sit by this man. Why you got to lie? You ain't got to do all of this. You lie.
That's the truth. I don't want to sit by him. I don't want to talk to him. Period.
All right, this what happened, Tasha. This what happened.
Okay.
She got a text. Hey, we're gonna hang out downstairs with no cameras. Now, mind you, there's no cameras here, so nobody know. There's no video of this. So they must have got together and be like, "Hey, we're all gonna hang out. So let Jake know we're just gonna hang here, have some drinks, and talk about the experience and catch up, and figure out what Chris and Paige gonna name this baby." And she was like, "All right, let me go ask Jake and see what he wants to do." And then when she went downstairs, you know what she told them people? They said, "Hey, where's Jake?" She said, "Oh, he's up in the room hanging out."
How you gonna make this storyline for her?
And then Jake came down. Jake said, "Hey, what's going on, guys?" And then she was like, "Oh, you're up." And he was like, "What? I've been up. I was upstairs
exactly
watching."
If they wanted him around, why they saying up in him? Period.
Because Jake is. How many times I gotta say this? Jake is a grown man.
Reese, you my cousin.
Jake is a grown man. He don't want to hang out with them kids. He didn't want to hang out. It ain't got nothing to do with hanging out with these friends. It had to do with the fact that she's being deceptive, which is the point. It's the point. She done had sex with the man. He probably was on top of her talking.
He don't got a relationship with her either. That's the problem. He don't got a relationship with her either.
He don't like none of them people. All he want to do is sit at home and watch Back to the Future and Ghost and Dirty Dancing or whatever he wants to watch. And this is what happened.
He really thinks that makes him. I don't know if he thinks that those things make him attractive or what. I'm so lost.
She was trying. They had sex. He was probably on top of her talking about steak and eggs or improvements he wants to make to his beach.
It smelled like steak and eggs. That's a problem.
Well, okay. And she didn't enjoy. And she didn't enjoy it. But the point is, he's been getting mixed signals from her, and he doesn't feel like she's being 100% transparent or even close to being honest. So it's in a long line of what he considers to be deception. Why are you lying? Yeah. You just, hey, this man said over and over, "Hey, you had sex with me and I just don't understand. It feels like you just don't like me." And she's like,
she ain't responded to that ever. He said that 3 times this episode at least, and she has never responded to that particular sentence.
I just need my space. I'm just trying. And she's not. You heard what Pastor Cal said to her? You got to speak to peace. You got to use your voice. And as soon as she got unlocked, she was like, "Hey, don't like you at all. I hate your guts. I hate everything about you. The 80s suck. I wasn't even born in the 80s. She just started going ham on this man's character. And that's what he was feeling all along, which is the reason why when he came downstairs and saw everybody, the producers were down there, the directors, the valet, they were all hanging out. And it wasn't, he was like, "What? Now you're lying."
So he was mad about that. And also, we didn't know that he was accusing her of having a boyfriend back home.
What did I say? Pull it up. I know somebody was here on the first episode. Jamal, I said she was going to cheat on him by the time this season was over. I said that.
But she said she's been single for 17 years. 7 years.
She's a liar. She's a liar. Don't believe her. Don't believe her. She got somebody. She got
She been
somebody.
single all the time. You think she has a boyfriend now? All of a sudden?
Yeah. I said this. If somebody can
So
prove
she
me
wants to
wrong,
go get married, having a boyfriend. If you want to cheat, you don't got to go get married.
I didn't say she cheated. I didn't say she cheated. I think she's involved.
But I'm
with
saying,
someone.
if she has a boyfriend, and it's like if I have a boyfriend and I want to cheat on my boyfriend, I don't have to go get married to somebody.
No,
you know
no,
what I'm saying?
No.
Like I don't have to go through a process to find a husband.
I used a specific word. I said involved. Involved.
Why do you think that? Why do you think that she's involved with someone?
I don't know. I felt it. I felt it on her. Something.
And you know what, Adria, you're right. And I did say that she's Chris. I said that she's Chris, and maybe you're right.
I said that something wasn't right, and she was secretive, and her eyes look creepy. Anytime somebody have casual conversation with you, and they just like look at you like, she was looking at him like this the whole. He was like, "Hey, so what do you want to eat?" No, when he came back, he was like, "Hey, I'll talk to your family. They told me you make a great steak." She was like, "Yeah." I'm like, yo, something ain't right. It's like secrets in her eyes. And I'm trying to tell you.
The secret is that she does not like him and she doesn't want to tell him. That's the secret.
No, I think it's more than that.
Well, anyway, they fought about that. Then he called her high strung, told her she got high anxiety. And she's like, oh, now I'm diagnosed. Okay, doctor.
I mean, do you think he's wrong?
I don't think she's high strung. Where did that come from? What does it mean to be high strung? Maybe I don't know what it means.
Well, let's look it up.
She seems extremely chill and relaxed to me.
That's not how I took it. I always took it. You ever like spell a word but it just don't nervous and easily upset? What is a high-strung personality? High-strung or type A personality is one marked by the traits of perfectionism, competitiveness, or urgency. Individuals may be praised for their ambitious, blah, 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 whatever. So she's uptight.
Oh, she's not?
When I think of high-strung, I think of somebody who's like, when you're like, hey, I like the 80s. And she's like, yeah.
That's high-strung to you?
To me, I didn't study high strung in college, so I don't know. My initial impression when I hear of someone who is high strung is somebody who like kind of needs things to play out the way that they envision it. Like I
feel like Brianna would be high strung if anyone was high strung. Out of all these people, Brianna would be the high strung one.
I think of what do you call somebody when they're chill? I think of high strung as the opposite of down to earth. Like it's just somebody who's like, you can be you can be an A personality without being high strung. I think Brianna is an A personality, but I don't think she's high strung. I literally, you know what a high strung person does? A high strung person tells you, hey, we're gonna have a girls' night downstairs. And
this sounds more like what I would think high strung is. It's somebody who's like always on edge. Like, yeah, that's what I took it as. That don't
sound like her to you?
Haley seems like she's always on edge. No, she's like the quietest, chillest person on this whole entire season. We don't know anything about her.
It's not about quiet. It's being on the edge of something. She seems like she's on the edge of something to me.
Super anxious. I don't know.
Thank you. Like literally every single step of the process. Even after she had sex with him, she was like, we was drunk, we had sex. Yeah, so I don't know how that's gonna go. It's like, how you on she's on a cliff of every, like there's nothing. She's quiet, but she's not chill to me.
Okay. That's funny. She's avoiding on the edge of a door. Facts. So they fought about that. He's throwing all types of accusations. She's getting even more. Like all of these things are all things that are going to make her shut down even more and even more and even more, just like they would anyone.
No, it's not.
It would make me shut down. Like, okay, so you just put all the stuff on me, and okay, you have it then. Bet.
None of that stuff. None of that stuff made her any more avoidant or didn't have an effect on her. It gave her a reason.
It did have an effect on her.
It gave her a reason to feel the way she felt already. She any connection that was there, it certainly didn't. You didn't feel no connection. You're lying, bro. I should lie. She didn't feel nothing. You know. It's no. She didn't feel nothing. She didn't feel nothing. She didn't feel nothing.
Fine. So they had. So he apologized for all his foolishness the next morning profusely. After he slept in the guest room, he apologized, and she...
Your very famous guest room that you're such a proponent of.
Yes. Don't be leaving here. No. You ain't leaving. You go over there to the other room. Don't be leaving. Like, we're not about to make that a pattern that you leave when you get mad. No.
He probably just took a walk. He didn't even pack did he pack a bag?
He took a whole backpack.
Oh, well.
He took a whole backpack.
I can't defend that, but whatever.
Because a wise man once told me, once you start doing stuff like that, it makes it easier to do it again. And
Ernest?
Ernest did not tell me that. No.
Oh, okay. You said a wise man. I was just trying to... Process of elimination.
But yeah, it just made like things like that, like walking out, hanging up, all that stuff. It makes it easier to do it again. And
you ain't never walked out on nobody.
I don't think so.
Okay.
Hang up on people, yeah, probably. But even that's not like it's not good to start those things because then it's like makes it super easy to just keep doing it and then it doesn't help with conflict management.
So you'll hang up on somebody but not walk out on them? What's the difference?
I just haven't been in a situation for that to occur, okay. I guess maybe.
Okay. Job, Ernest.
So he apologized, and then they went off to go look at each other's houses. And so I don't remember I think they went to Haley's house first. Mm-hmm. Her house was actually really decorated and nice. I'm just saying, like, I like her decorations. I was trying to steal ideas, actually. Nice place, blah, blah, blah. She had a dog. And they went over to Jacob's house.
Them dogs were omens.
Oh, in her house, he pulled out a cardigan from her closet and called it a Karen blouse. And told her this is what Karens wear. And she was like, that's my mom's.
He was like, well,
she said, you calling my mom a Karen?
He said, well, it does have some Karen qualities to it.
No, but he's like, I feel like when you get older, everybody has a bit of Karen. What?
But even that was like he really was trying to joke. Like to me, that was like a nice moment. Even the way she tried to like joke back with him, like, you calling my mom a Karen?
Yeah, they were on good. They were on way better terms than the night before. Clearly.
No, I'm saying quite the opposite. It was just weird watching them try to. It was just weird watching them try to joke with each other. It was like,
but that's how it be when you fight with somebody and then y'all trying to make up and then you still kind of like, I'm just a little mad, but I'm gonna try to do my part to not ruin our good terms.
Yo, to me, he's funny. I like him. I like Jacob a lot.
Asia loves Jacob.
He is so cool and funny, and his house was not as bad as what I thought it would be.
I mean, it has a whole beach. How bad could it be?
But I mean, like, he didn't. It's not like his house is decorated like Jeepers Creepers or nothing like that. It's just
he just has his one little 80s bro room that she called it. He has a really weird neon obsession, apparently, which I thought was
neon is dope. I love neon.
Do you?
I mean, I don't feature it. I don't feature it in my house.
So you don't love it then.
But you know what? I think Jacob just needs somebody who loves him enough to give him a room where he can have all his weird stuff and then roll his eyes at him when he goes in there. That's all you need.
That's what she's gonna do. That's what she's gonna do now.
Not Sister High Strung. A new nickname alert.
Anyway, so she sees his place. All he can talk about is 80s. Like, geez, like give it a rest.
But the way they were talking about him, I thought his bed was gonna be like a race car. Like I thought it was gonna be that bad. But he just,
you said the way they talking about him. No, it's the way he's talking about himself, and nobody's talking about him. He's the only one that keeps bringing it up.
That's true.
So they move in. So they come to the apartment, and she has her dog there, and he brings his dogs, and it was about to be a bloodbath in there because one of his dogs was finna to kill her dog straight out, finna to kill her dog. And he's the way they do that slow mo of him trying to hold his dog back, that dog was going for.
He said, "Bad dog, bad dog."
Literally going for the kill. So that was kind of scary to me, and I think it definitely scared her. It was like, yeah, that was really scary.
Y'all should have known.
He was even holding the dog in his arms to bring the smell of the dog. He was like, ah! It was like, dang, what is the problem?
He was holding that dog like this, and that dog was trying to kill that dog.
Literally trying to kill the dog. Yeah, that was scary. But anywho,
and then she said this weird comment like, he has 3 dogs, and she was like, "Well, I hope this works out, but." Whatever her dog, Pudge or Pooch or whatever, she was like, I hope, because Pooch always comes first. So I was like,
it's her child, basically. You know how people do. Dogs are their children.
I don't know how people do.
You do. That's their kids. But anyway, so after that, they talked to Pastor Cal consultation. And Pastor Cal's, asking them about their disagreements and all that stuff, and she kind of like he needs to come back to the future because he lived in the 80s. He needs to come to 2021. Like, I get it, but also like, sir. And so they talked about that, and then he was talking about intimacy, physical intimacy, and how he was like, how about we, start with 1 hug a day? And she was kind of like, that's too much. And he was like, bro, we hug strangers. Like, we had sex and you don't want to give me 1 hug a day, but we literally hug strangers. Like, and I was like, that's a great point, Jacob. You're right. We do be hugging random people, and she doesn't want to hug her husband 1 time a day, which is really weird.
Imagine negotiating a hug every 24 hours. That's she hates your guts, Jacob. And she's high strung. She's sister high strung, and she's a liar.
This show is full of sinners, drunkards, liars, child, fornicators. That's all I have in my notes about them. They're not gonna make it, but yeah, I don't know what else to say. What y'all got to say in the comments? If you're in here and haven't hit the like button yet, make sure you hit the like button while we transition to this next couple.
The one you all came to see.
Look who you came to see. And y'all got anything else? Right. He yoked that dog up so quick. Dang, Asia, you're going hard. What's wrong with her dog?
Asia, we got to talk. Vince ain't got to man up and take these jokes to the face. The dog ain't cute. He just
Asia, real comfortable. Okay, real comfortable.
Yo.
Okay, so we're going to talk about these people. If you don't know who these people are,
then you have not seen the show yet, and it's fine to say.
This is this right here. Dr. Siobhan told me that this is what I need to show for them as a couple. They're literally, it's so stressful.
Oh, real quick, I just want to say this quick note on Haley and Jacob. Pastor Cal went in there with all that Toni Morrison advice. Use your voice. You've got to speak from the ancestors. I'm like, Pastor Cal, where is this coming from? Just tell him to stop lying. I'm sorry. I just got to say it. You got to use your voice, Haley. You got to speak. Let the ancestors speak through you. I'm like, all right, you are hard. Your first day on the job. Save all that for the third floor. They're going to need all of that. But anyway.
This is Paige and Chris. Giving all of us a bad name during Black History Month.
During Black History Month.
During Black History Month, giving us all this foolishness. Asia, the title of this episode is what is it? Because I don't remember. I think it's I Was Wrong or something like that. Let me see. I'm just getting drained all over again, even thinking about it.
Sound a little drunk right now.
The title of this episode is I Take It All Back. He's a manipulator. That's what I said.
I'm going to put my mic down and just listen with everybody else, guys.
So the honeymoon comes to a close. We already saw last week that Chris, when they were packing, Chris was telling her that, he had been talking to his ex about what they're going to do. Maybe get back together. He still loves her. Haven't made a decision yet. Paige is like, okay, well, where does that leave me? All this foolishness. Then everybody goes to the airport. Chris is alone at the airport, and he said, I decided to buy myself a plane ticket to Chicago instead of going home to Atlanta because I need a few days to think about things. I just need some time to clear my mind. And he took a flight to Chicago while everyone else took a flight to Atlanta. Everyone moves into the apartment. Paige moves into the apartment alone, brushes her teeth alone. I don't know why that stood out to me so much. That's funny. He would have had an apartment to come to. So she is there alone for a couple of days because the day after that they went to see each other's houses. She didn't have a house to go see because he wasn't there. So Chris comes home and tells the producers to get out of their house that they pay for. Tells them that he doesn't want them to film their conversation and goes to Paige and says, all I'm saying right now is facts, okay? I'm not saying any opinions right now. I'm just giving all of the factual information.
Okay.
He goes in there and he says that I am getting back with my ex. I love her. We love each other. We need to get a divorce. And I've already spoken to some divorce attorneys. while I was in a whole nother state. I talked to some divorce attorneys for our state that we live in, and that's what I want to do. So Paige tells the producers this. She's on the phone. We thought it was the baby mother that was cussing everybody out. F him, F that B, all that. No, it was Paige.
Paige Banks.
Paige Banks. Right. That was weird. I like, who? What you mean we got to get out? First of all, this is our show. You on our show. Anyway. So no. He said he paid for another flight to go. Did they? I don't remember that. I thought he didn't come to Atlanta at all. So anyway, Paige is telling the producers all the things that he said, and she's just like, I can't believe this, all this, I can't, I was here for it, and trying to be supportive and all this stuff. Like, I cannot believe this. And she was like, it was like she was sad, and then she flipped. And it was like, she was like, no, I'm done. I'm effing done. I'm not taking this no more. F him, F that B. Like, no, I'm effing done. And she like hangs up. It was a whole thing. So, the producers ask her, if he's going to be there for the consultation with Pastor Cal. She's like, I don't know. Like, I don't care if he's going to be there, whatever. So basically we can start at the Pastor Cal consultation. The truth, what happened. She meets with Pastor Cal. And so Pastor Cal is getting, apparently for the first time, all of the news of the drama that took place.
Why?
How? Pastor Cal was in shock, in awe of the foolishness. Allegedly. He allegedly didn't know. So he starts asking her, like, like what happened at the wedding? Let's start from the beginning, sis.
Who cares about the wedding? Pastor Cal, we are in season 3 of this drama by now. We're not going back.
That's true. She flipped you're right. Just as quick as he flipped, she flipped quick. So she starts going from the beginning. I felt disconnected from the beginning, and she did say that at the beginning. She felt very disconnected. And he was just kept talking about his ex, and then that night we had sex. And Pastor Cal's like, and she's like, yeah, we had sex, and then the next day we had sex also, and then he told me he wasn't attracted to me, and he wanted to have sex to try to make us feel close. And he's like, what? And he's like, do you wanted to have sex with him? And she says that he was saying that she basically was saying it was kind of a guilt trip, a little. She didn't want, like, he was saying, you're my wife and stuff, and she was saying that she didn't want to. She felt like it was a duty, like it was her wife duties to, have sex with her husband, and she didn't want to start off the marriage like wrong. You know what I'm saying? Like, which I was hoping was not the case from the beginning. I distinctly remember saying, we don't know who initiated it. She.
No, that's what you said.
As I said, I distinctly remember saying that. I distinctly remember saying, we don't know who initiated it. We don't really know what happened. It could have been, she could have wanted it also. Come to find out.
You'd be a great defense attorney because you believe the best about everybody. I mean, literally everybody.
We're supposed to believe the best first.
I mean, yeah, but you be keeping it. You be holding on to it.
We're supposed to believe the best.
This ain't a courtroom. It's like obvious stuff in your face. Like you just be like, I don't know. We gotta see the game tapes. It's like, what you talking about?
So that part hurt me. It's like, dang.
Yo, but I gotta say this. I know you're in the middle of admitting that I was completely right, and I want to enjoy this. I really do. I really want to enjoy it, but I must say, I have to accept that we are switching sides, because I think while you're coming on my side, I'm actually coming on your side of things.
Maybe we're meeting in the middle.
No, because I still want you to say how I was right, but but I'm at the point now where I'm like, Paige, what are you doing? I needed the Paige from that phone call to be the Paige at that meeting with Dr. Cal.
And the thing is, so we didn't even get to the good part. So she's in the consultation with Pastor Cal, and she's kind of like, I'm just done. Like she's there. She's saying everything that happened and all the drama and all this and that. And she was kind of giving that energy like, I'm just done. When I tell you, when I seen them footsteps, that camera panning up with them footsteps, I said, what is going on? These editors have the time of their life with this episode. They are so happy. They put
that Law and Order sound on them. I'm like, oh boy.
They're like, this is why we went to college. This is what I went to school for. They've been waiting for this for the all of the seasons of Married at First Sight. So Chris walks in.
Wait. Before we get there, because I just want to make sure we're on the same page now. Now, do you believe me when I said that when he was talking to his pastor and he was like, nah, I've handled things in the past and I just want to do things differently now. And I don't even want to have sex for real. Can we have an honest dialogue at some point?
Do I think what?
That as Pastor Cal, he said, I'm a pastor, but I got to say, this is BS. Now, I don't even put those letters together. I don't even put.
I'm not even allowed to say that.
Now you can't. Now you're gonna have to fill it in for yourself. Hopefully you know what BS stands for, because I can't say it. But that's BS. And I was like, go ahead, Pastor Cal. Go ahead, give the acronyms for a cuss word. I'm for it.
So are you trying to get me to admit that I think that he was lying then?
I would like to know how you look back on everything that we've seen so far with the information that we have now.
Right. Can you back the mic up, please?
My mic?
Mm-hmm.
I'm too loud?
I'm echoing again. When you muted yourself earlier, the echo had went away. I'm not telling you to mute yourself, but I'm just saying, like, if maybe
I'm the cause of it. All right, I'll put on headphones next week.
Okay. So that particular thing, when he was telling his pastor he wanted to do it right, blah, 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 blah. Do I think he was lying? I still don't think he was lying. I think he wanted to portray that for the cameras. I think he wanted that to be his story for the cameras and for the show, but it didn't pan out that way. Like, he just abandoned it. I don't think he was lying.
So you think he was sincere when he said that?
I think he was sincere, and that's how he wanted to be looked at throughout the season.
But do you think he actually planned not to do anything? That's my question. You think he was sincere in what he was saying?
Yes. Until he saw her body.
Wow.
It could have been anybody until he saw the woman. I feel like he was like, yeah, I'm gonna do that. And then when whoever it would have been, especially if he was attracted to her, out the window, for sure.
Okay.
But I think that he wanted to give that godly look for the show, but he's not about that life.
Okay.
We're gonna meet in the middle, okay? So she's talking to Pastor Cal, telling him all the drama and all that stuff, and he's giving his.
He was killing it with the reaction.
Oh, he is auditioning for that movie.
There's gonna be hecka memes with his face on it.
I literally meant to go back today and take some pictures to have them for here, but I forgot. Anywho, I'm clearly not committed enough. But Chris comes into the consultation
gong, gong.
late, in the middle, cheesing, smiling. Like looking like the bad child. Like, you did wrong. Now you about to get a talking to. So, he daps up Pastor Cal, sits down. Paige puts the pillow in between them, add some distance.
She fronting too, as far as I'm concerned, but we'll get to that.
Oh, for sure. And Pastor Cal's looking at him like, "Are you serious? Everything I just heard, are you kidding me?"
He's like, "What have you heard?"
He literally does that anytime he like when he went to Chicago and came back to Atlanta and he saw Paige, he was like, "What's up? Nigga, you the one that left. You tell me." He does that every single time. Like when he left for 3 hours to go get breakfast, comes back and is like, "What's going on?"
When Pastor Cal asks, like, "Hey man, what's going on?" He's like, "What part of it? Me having sex with her? I went to Chicago, had a great time with my girl and her family. Went to go talk about the baby. We talked about the sex. Went to go visit my church. Let's see. Saw my family. Came back down here to have sex with Paige. And I didn't know you were here. I didn't know you was here. I was just coming to see what's up with her. I haven't even moved my stuff in. So what part of it? Like, it's a lot going on. Pick a piece."
So, he it's hard for me to remember the specifics because I actually was talking to Siobhan last night too. We was on the phone, and I just was in so much shock. Let me look at my notes because it drained me. When he whispered in her. Yeah, that was the part that got me too. So they had the whole conversation, whatever. He tries to explain himself. Pastor Cal's not having it. He's looking at him like, make good decisions. That's what he said to him before he left. Make better decisions.
No. We are glossing over this way too fast. First,
I tell you, go ahead, please.
First, Pastor Cal says, "Man, what's going on?" And Chris goes, "What?" What's something going on? And he literally said, first of all, the whole protection thing, God bless her. Pastor Cal pulled the OG move. He was like, how you know you ain't pregnant?
Oh, yeah. See, I'm literally.
And she was like, I just actually got my period as I was getting mic'd up or whatever she said. And
she was like, I was really worried about that. What?
Did you get tested for a couple ST? Anyway.
Don't forget we in Atlanta.
Listen, but it was just strange because he said, "Well, tell me why you were willing to have sex with her, but you weren't attracted to her." And with my male imagination, he this is what he said. What he said was, he looked at her and said, I'd rather not talk about it. What my male imagination says is that he was going to say something about her body.
Oh yeah.
And it was going to be so disrespectful.
But how you seen that? Oh, how you seen that? You seen that?
He's going to be like, And so my wife and I were watching last night, right?
Okay, Reese. I feel you.
And there was a point where they were having this really serious conversation. And I got to tell you, it was nothing he said. It was the fact that he just kept smirking. He just kept laughing and smiling.
Making me really upset.
It was like this really sinister, like, it was like the worst things Pastor Cal was saying, the more he was like, man, you broke this girl's heart and used her body. He was like,
and he kept looking at her like
I'm still
it's
about,
not funny. I'm Paige right now. You see my blue? I'm Paige.
Yeah.
I would have been like, what are you laughing at? That my whole energy would have been Paige Banks from the telephone.
Yeah. I mean, you really tried to imitate how she should act, but I think Ernest is treating you so good, you couldn't even like manufacture that level of anger. But no, I get the point that you're making. Am I frozen?
I can't complain.
Okay, you just froze. Okay, yeah, no. As long as you keep enough Fig Newtons in the house to keep him happy, I think he'll be all right.
I can't complain.
So here's my theory number one. I was so infuriated with how delicate Pastor Cal was with the conversation. Like, why are we not getting to the root of it here? Like, this man, he said, like, yo, tell me what's up. And to Chris's credit, he did just come out and say it, like, yes, I'm still in love with my girl. I don't want another man raising my kids. But I don't, and I think it's best we get a divorce. It's best for her.
He said it's best for both
of
us.
Dear Pastor Cal, here are the questions you should ask. When did you decide that? When did you know? And does she live in Chicago? Because it's quite clear to me that if she lives in Chicago, Paige is like, I just thought if he had some time to himself, does she live in Chicago?
That's what, that's what I realized. I literally wrote my notes. Oh, his ex lives in Chicago.
No, Asia, no.
What did Asia say? No,
it was not. No.
People do. And that's kind of what I was getting, but also like, no, wipe that smile off your face.
It wasn't like an uncomfortable laugh. It was like that's crazy. Like, no.
Like when he walked in, I feel like he was smiling like that because it was like, this is awkward, huh? I'm here now.
Pastor Cal, when did you know? Is she in Chicago? What does that mean for her? And then it was like this weird question of like, well, Paige, what do you want to do? What do you want to do? The man just said, I think it's best we divorce. I'm in love with my ex. Why do people?
And her answer wasn't even. Yeah, I think that's best too. She over here talking about. Well, I mean, it just seems as though there's no space for me. Paige, what are you talking about?
Paige, you know what I need you to do? I need you to play Mary J. Blige, Not Gonna Cry on repeat. I need you to go sit down and think about your life. Because you just keep coming back. When Pastor Cal was there, she was talking big stuff too. I was here with him and I tried and I did everything. Even when you told me about the baby. And then this dude walked in looking like a MegaFest H&M model and sit down. And then
Why does the church mouse?
You could have just played the recording from the phone call. Ask the production staff. And just, if you don't feel comfortable saying, just hit play on your voice notes and I don't need you to cuss them out. I don't need you to not be a lady. I appreciate that would just say, where's Pastor Cal to be like, I'm gonna end it here. Where's the mercy rule? I say it every time. We need a mercy rule. We need a mercy rule in place where the experts can clearly end the marriage, and then the rest of the season, it is individual counseling and following them along their story.
But they can't make them get a divorce if they don't want to. But he's literally giving her an out. Like, I don't think this is gonna work. Go on about your business.
No. See, here's the thing. You know when it became out of Paige's hands? When the man said, I'm still in love with my ex. I don't want another man raising my kid. It's not even the fact of what I'm going to do about this marriage. There's a whole other person. There's another person. And I feel like he's tried to like give her small outs. Like, hey, I got a baby. Tell me what you want to do. It's up to you. He tried. The man done went to Chicago. He probably had to be in Chicago to go look at the house that they're going to live in after he leaves, because he's going to build a Quiznos or whatever. I don't know. And he tried. And now the man is saying, I think it's best we divorce because I need to go be with her. She's having my baby. Conspiracy number 3, by the way. And the fact that it's still like this whole thing of like, well, Paige, what do you want to do? What do you want to do?
It doesn't matter what you want to do. If he told you he wants to divorce you,
I want to get an STD test and I want to ride home out of this apartment. Like, what else is there to talk about? And the previews, the thing that really got me hot was the previews. Why are you sitting down with Go home. Go home, Paige. Go home. Just go home.
Literally go home. And so Pastor Kyle goes and tells Chris to make better decisions. And he's just like, look, I don't think that this, he's like, I usually try to fight for these marriages, but this one, no, they need to break up. That's what he said in his little confessional. He's like, nah, I ain't fighting for this one. This one is done for. It's a mess. This ain't gonna work. She need to go. So now it's Paige and Chris sitting on the couch. Here he go. Whispering in her ear. Where's Asia comment at? Who said it? Who said it? Dang it. Whispering in her ear like the villain he is, that he turned out to be. Well, he been. Anyway, I can't find the comment, but
do you know this is a TV show? You taking your mic off, you whispering. You are on a TV show.
So he whispers in her ear and we can't hear what he's saying. She's smiling while he's whispering in her ear, which weird. And when he stops whispering in her ear, they're both smiling. That was awkward.
And then she said, Don't say that.
Don't say that to me.
Don't say what? The man just told you he's not attracted to you. He had sex with you so he can finally kind of feel attracted, which was a lie the whole time. He used your body. He used you. The man used you. And then went back to this girl.
Thank you. Jamal, the receipts. Thank you, Jamal. Yeah. And when he did that,
here's the thing. And then she settled one of the strongest debates we've had on here when it was just her and Pastor Kyle, which means she settled the one debate that we had. This was the realest debate that we had when she was like, oh no, that was during production.
Yeah.
She actually came right out.
She said we was knee deep in the process.
And remember we had that debate, what was that 2 weeks ago? About what was the timeline? How
long it takes, yeah.
It was during production. And she was like, no, well, the story is that he had a funeral, and that's what Pastor Kyle was like, that's just BS. Now I'm a pastor. I can't say that. You know what I'm saying? But it's BS. And that's when his socks turned black. He wasn't having that. He was upset.
So, Jesus. So he whispers in her ear. She tells production after the fact that he told her he's scared that he's gonna fall in love with her. What? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? I'm so glad I'm not Paige. I'm so glad I'm on a TV show because first of all, I wouldn't be letting him whisper up in my ear. You got something to say? You can say it for everybody now. Period. You done said enough. But then she went from I'm done to I don't know. Like, I don't know.
I honestly think if Chris shot Paige and killed her, I think at this point in her casket, she would think to herself, where does this leave us? Like, what else do you need, sis?
And so he's like, where my bag? So he got her bag. She got his bags in her car and let him go to Chicago.
All right, here we go. Conspiracy number one. I think that when production, when he pulled off, I think that man waited at the bottom of the hill and drove right back upstairs and spent the night in that house.
Oh, for sure.
I don't think that man went anywhere.
I agree with that. For the people that don't know, his luggage was in her car. I don't know how that works. Did she lug all of his luggage by herself to Atlanta?
She picked him up from the airport coming back from Chicago. And when Pastor Cal said, is Chris coming? She said, I don't even know. She knew exactly that he was coming back. She picked him up from the airport. That's what I think. That is my belief.
Because he was there the day before. Like he was there.
Why would she have his bags?
Right. Yeah, because he got there earlier that day. And perfect. You're right. She picked him up from the airport. They had that conversation, and she wasn't having it, so he didn't get the bags out the car. And okay, yes, you're right.
Which leads to my second theory. She is absolutely playing games. She's a part of this, and I cannot ignore that anymore.
That part I don't think it's a thing, because if I'm your wife and you said you needed time and then you need to arrive from the airport, I'm gonna come get you. I'm your wife. Nothing had happened.
No.
Well, the way that she wants to be the sacrificial lamb. That makes complete sense.
Now something ain't right. Where is the ex-girlfriend? If the ex-girlfriend's in Chicago, you had to have known. If you need time to go to Chicago, you don't know. They already told me you might be in. Now I'm only saying this if the girl is in Chicago. If she's in Atlanta, you got it.
Well, Jamal is saying he flew to Atlanta, left the bags in the car, and then went to Chicago from the Atlanta airport. Like flew back on their plane ticket to Atlanta and then didn't leave the airport. Just decided to fly straight to Chicago. Okay, which could make sense too.
All right. So here's what I'm saying. She got on this roller coaster, and the roller coaster is over. And she decided to get off the roller coaster and get back in line. And I feel bad for her for being on the roller coaster, but at this point, I have to say, she decided to get back in line. If the page from that phone call, the rational one, that says, you know what? There's a possibility, even if you don't believe it to be true, there's a possibility that this man is possibly seeing this woman he's at least admitting to having conversations with her about getting back that I'm not even privy to. She said it before they left when they were packing. She said, are we actually going to talk about this? Because we haven't said anything. That means after she found out about the baby, they haven't talked about it since.
Yeah.
Since that time, this man has not talked to you about anything, even though you're my wife, you're my first priority, even above my child. Since that conversation, he's talking to his ex about the possibility of getting back together without talking to you about what the baby means for your relationship. And you still would move into an apartment. And the first thing she said was, I wish he can be here to experience this. Why? He is at home with his girl. What are you talking about? You wish you could be there to experience it. And then the man come back.
Then let me get my bags. And then we're going to stare at each other for 10 minutes in the parking garage. Because you know what we finna do when these cameras go away.
Then in the preview, you sitting there with for what? For what? For what? That's like if somebody called you like, hey, you know, I broke in your house the other day, but I would love to meet with you and talk about what I took. And you just gonna sit there and talk to him? No. For what? Like,
Reese,
why?
what did you understand? He has a whole family, and he lives with his girlfriend in Chicago. He got clothes.
I don't even believe he live in Atlanta at this point. Remember the girl last season who she was like, I don't
Christina.
Yeah, you know, she was like she was homeless. That's why she auditioned for the show. But at this point, I think she's in on it. That's honestly what I believe. I think she's in on it. And number 3, I don't know if I'm 100% certain that there is a baby.
So word on the street is, I wonder if BM is still in here because she be knowing all the blog talk and stuff.
Do you know who BM is? Because
I don't.
I feel uncomfortable with just all these anonymous sources.
No, I don't know who BM is.
He's still my cousin, but I would like to know who you are.
Right. But allegedly, it's not even her that's pregnant. It's her cousin that's pregnant with his baby. Allegedly. Like I said, I haven't dig deep into the stuff, but there's so many videos and blogs of people saying that it's her cousin that's pregnant with his baby. So he cheated on the ex-fiance with the cousin, got her pregnant,
and then broke up with his ex-fiance.
I don't know.
When he was talking to Pastor Cal, he said, "You broke up with your fiance, right?" And that's what made it. That hurt. I hurt for a second.
Yeah,
he was like, didn't you break up with her? And you said you wanted somebody loyal, and that you got to ride or die right here. He's like, 100%. Just don't want her.
Right.
That's what he was saying.
Yeah.
He said, Pastor Cal's like, yo, we gave you somebody who's everything you said you wanted on paper. And he was like, yeah, 100%.
Whoa. Who was getting lit, Danielle? I know I seen a picture of Chris, and Chris with a dolphin. Who was there with him?
Okay. All right. Let me just say this. There are pictures of Chris allegedly. He's giving out cease and desist orders on Facebook. Allegedly in Mexico with said ex. And then there are pictures of them from what I've heard.
I've only seen the picture of him with the dolphin by himself.
But you don't look nobody up.
No, it was on. Listen, let me tell you something. I follow a scammer page, like a page that that exposes a particular scammer. That I don't even want to say the name of it because a lot of y'all know and love this person. But this page is there to expose them as the scammer they are. And on that page, on the Instagram page and their stories, they were showing, y'all gonna know what I'm talking about. Y'all might know who I'm talking about. But so Chris's first fiance he got put together by a couple people that some of y'all know and love. And a long time ago, I didn't even realize it was him. Anyway, this particular...
Can you at least text it to me or type it in private chat? Like, I deserve to know.
Yeah, let me tell you in the private chat. I'll tell you what the Instagram page is.
Do y'all know who she talking about? Because I have no idea. I mean, I would love for you to. I mean, we're a little small community here. We can.
No, because I'm trying to get canceled on here. You see it?
Oh,
that's the name of that's the name of the Instagram.
Oh no! I don't gotta look that up. I know exactly who that is.
Right. That's the name of that. No, that's the name of the Instagram. Surviving this person.
But
and this person had put Chris with another girl, and that was like, you know, they were playing matchmaker and they put them together, but that relationship ended up working out. So on that particular Instagram, in their stories, they were exposing that even more. Like, y'all said that he was such a great guy, and then they were showing different things about him. That's why I saw that picture. I didn't look it up on my own. It just was something
I think as a community, we got to stop putting Chris with people. We just got to let him go. Let him. He belongs to the streets. And we got the.
It's on you, but look at my trying to be messy. No.
I think.
What?
Well, listen. I think.
Yes. So okay. So some people know who I'm talking about. The first ex. I seen that video. The first ex gave her testimony. I seen it. I saw that actually years ago. But anywho.
Wow. I've never seen that video, and I'm saying I would not like you to not post that video so we can all see it. Please don't not post that video so we can all see it. If you can decipher that message.
I text you. But so basically, yeah, I don't.
Are we starting the ELOC group chat? So we can just cut the middleman here, because I feel really responsible to let everybody else know what's going on. If we just had a group chat,
if I was a bigger YouTuber, I could have a Discord and we could talk about it. But I'm not a big YouTuber yet. So anyway, yeah. So I only saw that one picture, but allegedly a cousin is pregnant. After this, I'm gonna go look up some stuff after this, because a lot of people haven't talked. Like, this story has blown up so much. Like, people are talking about it far and wide, and so I am gonna look up some stuff this weekend, because I usually just don't like to look it up before I do this review. I want my opinions to be my own. But this has been a wild ride. And I really thought this was going to be the end of them. This episode, I thought this was going to be the end of them.
Eyes open, legs closed conference 2021.
And it doesn't seem like it's the end of them. What's going to be the end of them? What do y'all, people in the comments, people in the chat, what do you think is going to be the end of Chris and Paige? What's it going to take for Paige to leave? Please put your ideas in the chat right now. What do you think it's going to take?
I think you don't have to kill her. I'm sorry to say it, but I think he's going to have to murder her.
Really? I really am not. How are they going to make it to decision day? A whole nother 8 weeks? Or a whole nother 7? There's only been 1 week, so 7 more weeks of this? Chris to leave. Another pandemic.
Oh, can I say something? And I feel really bad about this. I feel terrible about saying this. I genuinely do, with all my heart, and I really hope that I'm wrong. It's at the point where I would question if Chris married his ex, if she would be comfortable being like a side chick. And I feel terrible saying that. But it's almost like, what is going on?
But and this is the thing. And
am I tripping? I feel that's a terrible thing to say.
Because this is the thing. he is a manipulator, right? I eat my words. I have said for episode upon episode upon episode that he's not this master manipulator. He's not a master. He's not a master.
Oh no.
But he's definitely a manipulator. Because if he was a master manipulator, it would be a little harder for us to we can read him a mile away. But this is the part, this is it. Her self-esteem is so low, she's just falling for all of it. And it's just crazy because it's like he's not even that good at it, but like she's literally falling for it to the point that I'm like, girl, what? And so I feel you when you say that, like he could be doing his own thing and he could still be stringing her along even after this by little dumb, like what you, like you randomly saying that you're scared you're gonna fall in love with me. What does that mean? Where does that come from? You just told me it's best for us to get a divorce, but you're scared that you're gonna fall in love with me? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? So yeah.
And they didn't, I'm tripping because the missus had a different opinion than me. I didn't hear them definitively say, this is our last episode. We are ending this early, which you can absolutely do. What else is there to talk about?
The pillow talk. The pillow talk that they had that night when he came back.
You know what's crazy and sad? After all the stuff that Paige has been through, the only steps we've taken towards divorce have all been Chris's.
It's very sad.
Literally the only one that has taken any steps closer to a divorce. She's like, after all of that, she's like, I don't know where the space is for me. In the bed. That's it.
Girl, the signs, it's a neon sign. They done borrow stuff from Jacob and put it up. Like, so many signs. So many. Oh my God.
It's sad, man.
But next week, apparently we're gonna meet the ex-fiance that he in love with. So maybe they are gonna be together and he's like, hey, we finna blow up off of this. You trying to come on here or what? And yeah, I don't know.
There was a show on TV, one that I was watching that was pretty similar to this. Did you watch Put a Ring on It?
Mm-mm.
That's deep.
That's good, Siobhan. Preach. We gonna have you as a speaker at the EOLC for sure.
That's a fact. Shit, I mean, Doc said, she said something crazy last week. I don't remember what it was. So we probably need a PDF of that speech before you get it.
Yeah, Siobhan definitely be saying wild things on here, but every now and then
it's just a lot. I feel really bad. You know the thing about manipulators though, other people can see it. Other people can see it, but it's just the people in it that can't. You know what I'm saying? And if y'all in a relationship like that, I hope y'all ain't just laughing at Paige. Get out of it. Man.
Get out.
We are accepting volunteers for the EOLC conference as well. Mm-hmm. Yeah. All the ushers and the volunteers have to be married so that all the single people can partake into the conference. Yes. That means Paige can attend because she will be divorced very soon.
Yeah, I think I don't want to push this to 3 hours. So
wait, let me just say this one thing.
I was gonna say, you got anything else?
I'm gonna say this. I want everybody. This is one more prediction. Unfortunately, now we're watching this whole season, right? And every episode, it just seems to get worse. It's like Paige and Chris versus WandaVision. Like, which one can be crazier? And Paige and Chris are up right now. And like you said, darn Black History Month. But here's the crazy thing. They're gonna leave on decision day. They're gonna leave on decision day. They're gonna say divorce. That's my prediction. They're gonna say divorce. But you know what's crazy? At the reunion, they're gonna say, "Have you guys seen each other since?" And they're probably gonna say yes.
Yeah, I see that. I can see that.
That's what I'm looking at.
That's interesting you say that. because I said something a number of episodes ago. Because when I was explaining all of the ways that Chris could be a master manipulator, Kasaun was trying to say, maybe I'm just a horrible person. But I feel like
gullible.
No, because I was saying Chris could be doing it this way. He should say this, he should do this. And you were like, dang, Tasha, you got the manual. And I feel like we all know how to, I don't know, maybe we all don't. Maybe it could very well could just be my mind works this way, but like
not with an ex-fiance.
What?
No, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Oh, I'm saying like I can maybe I just don't use my powers for evil because I'm a thinker, like I analyze, like I can manipulate somebody for sure and like get things I want and blah blah. Like I can think it up. That's why I'm like, he's not even doing a good job. But I feel like it's a choice. Like you just choose to treat people well and not be trash. But maybe not. Maybe some people are genuinely very pure, and it's just me that's not.
There's a difference between selling yourself or dating, marketing. Yes, there's a sense of marketing and dating, presenting your best self before the person gets to know, more of who you are, pros and cons. That's fine. But there is a difference between that and I think what we're seeing, which is somebody who, even from their own mouth, has no vested interest in a person other than their body and is keeping them on the line for what we perceive to just be that alone. I think that's the line. Obviously, the brother still needs grace. I don't think people should throw him away. He's going to get a lot of hate on social media. I don't want to add to it. It's just a really tough situation.
Yeah, it sucks all around. I love all of you joining. I'm so happy to see you guys' names and stuff when y'all pop up. I really appreciate it.
Y'all sending each other links and stuff. It's turning into a little family.
Wait, who sent the link? Let's see.
Look at the family. We're sharing shade. This is great.
Yeah. Well, I hope you guys got the link of the First X.
This is my IG. DM it to me. It's my IG.
I'm gonna send it to Kasaun, and Kasaun want to send it to y'all. And DM Kasaun and let him send it to y'all.
No, don't do that. Don't put that pressure on me. That's not right. You pulling a Haley move right now. That's a Haley move. I'm going downstairs with the girl and send the wolves at her. Nope. DM me the link personally. See, I don't even want it.
Matter of fact, all right. Okay, DM me on Instagram. DM me on Instagram if you're watching this and you want to know who I'm talking about. DM me on Instagram and I'll send it to you. DM me on Instagram, I'll send it to you. So we can be friends. We can be friends in real life.
And Hannah, put your IG down because I think you might be getting some DMs as well. I just don't want to be the middleman. I don't need that kind of pressure in my life. So if you want to put your IG out there so we can all
look, I might as well start an IG. Look, DM me and all the people who DM me, I'm gonna start a chat and I'm gonna put the link in there.
That's a fact. You know what? We need to start that's a fact. That's a fact. You see, she keep trying to get me canceled and her brand can stay straight. No, if I get canceled, we get canceled together. That's why I'm turning my camera off. The views of Telltale Tasha do not necessarily reflect the views of anybody who has the link to any of this stuff in the chat. I don't play that.
Easy, you know what? We are already got you on Instagram.
Thank y'all for coming on.
Reese and the rest of y'all, thank y'all for real. I really appreciate it. I am excited. Are we at what's today's date? This is February. We're good next week. See y'all at 8:00 next week. Make sure to like this video when you go out if you haven't liked it already. And hopefully, let's pray for better times. Follow Kasaun at The Life of K. You can follow me on.
You can follow me. That's fine. But DM me the link.
Okay. And follow me at Tasha.
Need that link.
Like I said, I love y'all. Appreciate y'all. And I will see y'all next week, 8 o'clock.
You drunkards.